Good day, my name is Maria Diaz and I will be sharing with you a continuation from message Building a Healthy Mindset with God's GPS. Remember, that is God's protective system, His Word. But today I'm going to expand a little bit further regarding the topic that I mentioned about our thoughts and scientific data. Today I'm going to bring more data regarding that. But before I proceed with the message, I will encourage for you to subscribe on that red button that is on your right corner of your screen. Please click and subscribe to the channel. This way you will be notified. But not only that, share with others. Sharing is caring. So today the topic, as I said, is part number 2 of helping us to build a healthy mindset. Because we learned last time that our thought process mostly and mainly are around negative thoughts. 80% of them are negative. And not only that, what I call, this is how I, paraphrase the whole situation. I said that we recycle them. Yes. Why? Because the 80% of the thoughts are negative. But not only that, those 80% of them are from yesterday, like I shared with you on message number 1. From the previous day. So that's what I say. I took the liberty to name it that we recycle them, but not for good benefits. Okay, today I'm going to expose further research. The University of Cornell also conducted another study. In that study, they found out the following, that 85% of people were worried about what might happen in the future. Then that means that 15% of those worries and concerns were the ones that really happened. Did you hear well? 85% were concerned about the fatalistic and horrendous outcomes from their thoughts. But they found out that at least just 15% of those concerns and worries were the ones who really happened. Then they went further and they said, okay, let us interview the people who were already concerned and worried about many things. What is the outcome? What was the outcome for them? It's interesting. And it's fascinating because there were two perspectives. Some of them, from those 15% of unfortunately, the bad events that happened, they discovered the following, that they were ready and more able to face the difficulty. Not only that, but that it was better than expected. And for them, they took it that it was worth the learning experience. So they took another perspective. That is what we call in coaching, reframing. Exactly, just as you listen and as you heard. They were reframing from their outcome. And they thought, wow, it was better than we expected. And somehow we were able to face it better. The conclusion is that 97% of those worries and concerns were useless. They call it that is unfounded pessimistic perception. So don't go into that group of unfounded pessimistic perception. Let's try to reframe what's happening in our lives. And today I will give you more keys, yes, to continue setting a healthy mindset. I will expose the sequence of how those thoughts continue to work and grow like a web. Have you seen the webs? They start very small. And then all of a sudden, you look the next day and you look, it's bigger. That's exactly how it happens with our minds. But I'm going to explain to you somehow the sequence of how it happens. It's divided in different sequences. The first one is what I call A, circumstances. Okay, by circumstances, I mean what's happening around us in the world. Could be in your own world, your family, your surroundings, your workplace, your neighborhood, your community, the nation that you live in, or at least the state, or maybe the village or the county, if that's the case, that you are dwelling in. All those elements somehow impact us. How? Because we're listening to the news, we're interacting with other people, now more than ever, no? And those things, those elements, those news somehow impact us in a positive or in a negative way. So the first element are the circumstances, like I said. And if you're all the time listening to the news or watching the news, that will be increasing somehow, okay, an impact. So the first element of this construction of building a healthy mindset, or the web that keeps growing, are the circumstances. What is happening in your surroundings? Letter B, I call it beliefs. Okay, that's the second layer on that web or that mindset that you're building. Beliefs from where? Well, those beliefs, hold on, those beliefs come from your upbringing, how you were reared, yes, how your family or the people who were in contact with you say things to you. At some point you start to introduce them and they come automatically. You don't even think about them. And it's what I call the software in motion. Yes, because it's already programmed in your brain. And as soon as a topic comes up, that program that you have in your brain activates and says, ooh, sets an alarm or makes you feel at ease. Because remember, you are already with that in your brain. It is already in your program system of your brain and mind. Okay, circumstances, beliefs that I just told you, they are coming with you from childhood, okay? Then the third layer are your thoughts. What I mean by this are all the things that you start to think about possibilities or the obstacles and the hurdles that you see as a consequence of the topic that you're facing or that you're listening. You start to think the best or you start to think the worst. That there is no exit, that there is a dead end, and that there is no future, there is no hope. All those things are the ones that I'm talking. So it's like it's a ground. Let's think about harvesting. It's like a ground, a soil that could be fertile for good harvest, or it could be poisoned by the nutrients that we are putting in. This is where we start to this is where we need to start taking action. Okay, circumstances, my belief system, how they program me, and also I contribute to continue programming myself and my brain. And then we're talking about thoughts. Now those thoughts start to morph, yes, to change into what? Feelings. Yes, hold on. This is not everything. Because these feelings could be positive or negative. Like for instance, you can start to perspire, your body can start to perspire because you're feeling anxious, you're feeling desperate, you're feeling that you cannot make decisions, indecisive, confused, with a lot of stress. So your body starts to feel it. Or your body, based on the topic, your belief system, and what else? Your thought process is engendering in you feelings like, oh no, I feel lovable. I feel like I can manage this. I feel secure. And I have the tools and I have people, I have contacts, and I know how to do it. You feel delighted. You feel like at ease, like flowing, with the circumstances. So those feelings, can you see how everything is what? It's like the engine. The feelings are very important for us to be aware and self-aware, because those feelings are the fuel or the engine of our emotions, which is the next layer. Okay? Now the feelings are here. I'm feeling anxious, or I'm feeling lovable, at ease, confident, secure. What emotions are engendering, or these feelings are generating in me? Well, if they are positive, indeed, what can happen? You can feel that you can manage everything. Like I said, you feel elated. You feel like, what else? Oh, bring it on. I can take it. I can manage. Bring me more. And I feel energetic. I feel like happy. I feel like I can endure whatever you put on my plate. I can manage. If they're negative, like the example that I was giving to you, what you can feel is fear. You paralyze, you recoil, you don't want to interact with anyone, or it can be the fight and flight mode, okay? The people just freeze at impending, because that is what they're thinking, at some impending danger. Or they can be what? They start to fight. They become angry, because fear has another layer, and it's anger. So the person starts to fight, because that's their response based on what I just exposed to you. Or the person, what? Can freeze, like I said. Or start to tremble and terrify and freeze and make no action whatsoever. Becomes paralyzed even in the thought process. So what happens? Now this is the other layer, the behavior, like I'm just sharing with you. This is when you can see the interactions that people start to have, the collisions among personalities. So it's more than personality, it's what I'm just explaining to you, how we process each one of those layers. Like I said, people then recoil, they hide. Others become more outgoing because they are confident that they can manage and feel secure, that they can manage the situation. So now that you are clear on the sequence circumstances, after the circumstances, what type of beliefs do I have, which were already put in you when you were growing up, that's a program that you have, and you need to reset and reboot and probably eliminate some of the softwares or the programs that you have, okay? And then after that, what happens? Remember, it comes then what? The layer of the thoughts. And then the feelings. Those feelings then engender emotions. That's the depression, or people who are elated and very outgoing. And that impacts the way we behave and interact with others. Now that you have the sequence and a better picture of what's going on here on your mind, in your mindset, I hope, well, that's my hope, that you, with these new pieces of your puzzle, of your brain and your mindsets, you can start to take and implement an action plan. Because this is the other part from coaching I'm just sharing. What is it? Well, you can, as soon as something happens and you're not feeling at ease, you can step back, take time, and what else? Breathe. Start to breathe. When you start to feel in your body something that is uneasy, you start to perspire, or your heart becomes very agitated, or you cannot even breathe, or you just can't really process what's going on, take time. Because when we are under emotions, we don't take the right decisions. So take time to breathe. Like I'm just gonna again repeat. Breathe, step back, ask yourself what's going on. Breathe a few times. Inhale, profound, and then exhale. This way you will feel lighter. Do this a couple of times. This way the negative sensations that you're feeling in your body start to subside. What else I need to share with you that it has worked with me? Pray. As you are doing this exercise of breathing, inhaling and exhaling, pray as well. This is all I need to share for you in this message number 2 of building a healthy mindset. I hope it helps you, and I'm just sharing with you some coaching skills. I hope you can have a better future, not only for you, but for your family. Fulfill your purpose and leave a legacy for further generations. God is calling us to set our minds on things above, about His kingdom, not only on this earth. Because we all have a purpose, but it's not only for you, it's also about others. Giving, when we give our time and our talents, we are contributing, not only in your surroundings, but in this piece of healing our land. If you haven't declared Jesus the Lord of your life, take a chance. Reflect on what I just shared with you. That 85% of what we worry about never happen. Just 15% of the things that we worry about are the ones that really happen. So make adjustments in your mindset. I just explained you how is orchestrated everything here in our brain, so you can take action. Do not blame God, because He's good all the time. Make amendments with Him, ask forgiveness, and just receive Jesus as the Lord of your life. It's a new opportunity. If you're breathing, that means you have another chance. God bless you, and subscribe to the channel and share with others. Until next time.